Hey, what's up everyone that watched this video for Friday, May 8th, showing you the SPY. Look at this daily candle here. It doesn't even look like a candle. It looks like paint splatter. We had one of those days 3 days ago too. Just very narrow ranges, very frustrating for day traders, but still great job in the chat room finding good stuff to trade. I'm going to bring this one screenshot I took over, and this was TTPH this morning. If you weren't in chat today, this is one of those old school sellers fail scenarios. Look at this. Sellers came in, nice narrow opening range. I called it long, pointed out the high of day break idea. And I think that was around 209, and it ended up going to 350. Huge move. You can see up here, several people in chat got the trade too. But that's just as simple as it gets as far as the old school sellers fail setups. Love it. Several other good calls in chat. Let's see, Roku. It's the only one I can think of right now because I'm getting ready to go into the list so I can get out of my office. I'm actually sick of the screens here. Nice call by Wayne today in Roku. Look how it hit 135. You know we love whole number inflection points. They also had earnings coming after the bell. We never hold into the closing bell, but certainly if something has earnings, a lot of times if you get kind of a resolution of the opening range to one side or another, it'll kind of compound upon itself because people start to think, hey, Roku must have some good numbers coming out or whatever, but it worked, right? So it hit 135 here, hit it here. Wayne called it long through that 135 seller right there. One of those whole number inflection points, and went to almost 139 at one point. It looks like it's down in after hours at 126-ish. Don't care, right? We rent them. We don't hold into the close. I always make the joke, I don't even hold my wife overnight. All right, anyway, she's sitting in here. I thought I'd get her to look at me on that one, but she didn't. All right, here's the list. Let's go to daily candles, FSLY. Big volume day and a big rip. You got a high way back here, which was September, topped out at 35.25. Today, 34.65. So you never know. Maybe we get a red to green and then we take out today's high tomorrow and then maybe we challenge this high, so on. Certainly extended. So we want to keep that in mind, but we're only going to take trades if we get an intraday A+ setup. WTRH, I believe, had earnings and a pretty nice pop here. Might have a continuation day tomorrow. I'm going to keep that one on a chart. BYND, big day yesterday. Kind of a quiet day today. Sometimes we get a third day play, so we're going to be watching that one. MARK, if you trade at all, you probably know the story on this one. I'm really on the fence about whether to even have it on the list, but you know, the company tweeted something today. Anyway, the theory or the rumor, or maybe it's actually supposedly official, but nobody seems to really know, is that Wynn Resorts hired them to use their thermal imaging to try to, you know, when they bring the public back into the casinos and all that, to use their thermal imaging to kind of check for fevers and so on. So I don't know if any of that's true. It's kind of a hot space right now, no pun intended. That CREX also kind of moving on that lately. FLIR, I think, as well. But they tweeted something today intimating that, you know, they got to deal with Wynn Resorts. I have no idea. But the chart is kind of interesting because it gapped up back here, just tanked. And then next thing you know, it's right back up near these highs. Today topped out 107. Yesterday, 109. And then back here, 108. So anyway, it's kind of near breakout. If there's any kind of intraday confirmation about a deal with when this one could squeeze, right? So hopefully that'll happen tomorrow, but if not, who knows if I'll take a trade in it. Riot, all the Bitcoin plays. Some Bitcoin news today, and I can't remember who it was. Big name, John Tudor, maybe? I can't remember if it's John or Paul. Anyway, a Tudor guy, I think, bought into Bitcoin. I think that was the headline. Forgive me for not knowing the name. But anyway, it's so all these plays kind of got moving. Riot was one of them. Riot actually had another headline in after hours, so it went to 180 in after hours. Right now, it's trading at 165. So I kind of want to watch all the old, remember the old Bitcoin plays? Riot is one of them. I got at least one more I'm going to watch. Net had a nice breakout today. It looks like all-time high, so I want to watch that one. TTPH. I have one more Bitcoin play, by the way, that I'll talk about in a second. TTPH I put on watch, but I generally don't like stuff like this that had that great call in it today as far as a morning gap play that sellers failed. But look how far off its highs it closed. So generally, you look at something like this and you say, you know what, most longs are underwater. You got overhead resistance, and I kind of feel that way about it. But I am going to put it on a chart because it had such nice volume today. Here's that other Bitcoin that I'm going to watch Bitcoin play. MARA topped out at 70 cents and got a little bit of a pop in after hours too. Probably sympathy to that riot. But I want to watch that one. Correct. Speaking of thermal imaging, I believe they're in that space and had it on bounce watch today. It's just put today's range was inside of yesterday's, but a nice bounce off of the 8-day. So we're going to keep our eyes on that one. A few more. AEZS inside day today after that big pop yesterday. So maybe we get a breakout tomorrow. FLDM, several people in chat were all over this one today. I think kind of through 4 and it went to 469. I never touched this one today. And you could also argue you kind of had this little flag. You kind of have a failed breakout there. So maybe it shouldn't be on watch. But I also say, you know what, it held up pretty well. So maybe we get another rally tomorrow. And then THMO, tricky trader, but I want to watch it. Had this huge move back here, and now you're 3 days lower into the 8-day on very low volume. So we'll see if something happens there. And we'll add some gappers to this list. In addition to these, there'll be plenty to trade tomorrow. All right, we'll see you in the chat in the morning.